Hi everybody! Do you remember Cooper's Master of the Brewniverse competition? Well, I bugged the guy that won it so much that he went and found out that he could release his original recipe. So this is the original Fruit of the Woods IPA winner as brewed by the guy that brewed it for Master of the Brewniverse. That was the winner. That was a mouthful. Okay, so here's all the stuff you need. The base is this Cooper's APA tin and that's a whole bunch of grains. I can't remember what it was. It is 1.5 kilos of ale and 250 grams of medium crystal. Then these 4 hops, I can't remember exactly what they are. I'll come to that later. US-05 yeast and I think 400 grams of honey. And if I skipped anything there, it's because I wasn't watching what I was doing. Maybe the oats. There's some quick oats in there. Don't worry, I'll put this all in the recipe. So the instructions were use 5 or 6 litres of water, get it up to the right temperature, and then mash all the gear. So that's what I'm doing. And I found that the temperature is a little too hot, so I'm going to put a bit of cold water down in there. Hang on, what temperature did he say? I'm flicking between windows here. It was 66 degrees for 60 minutes in approximately 5 litres of water. So looks like I'm arriving there. This is my bag, and that goes in, and in go all the grains. There we go. And this turned out to be very thick. I was a little bit doubtful about the amount of water, and sure enough, it is. This is like the thickest mash I've ever done. Now, I don't know what's right or wrong or anything. I guess it's just what I'm used for, but to me that seemed too much. Oh, and I put in some oats and didn't get it on video. It was 400 grams of quick oats that I got from Coles because no reason. And then I lost too much temperature, so that's me putting in a little bit of boiling water just to bring it back up again so that I get to that 66 degrees. And I think I'm doing, yes I am, my good old oven mash technique. So that goes in there for an hour. Does it? Yep. And we'll just wait until that is mashed. And there's a lot of fog, steam. That is 1 hour later, and thanks to getting all the temperatures wrong, there's a bit more water in there than there was in the first place, so that's okay. Getting my bag out and rinsing it. I think the instructions said to rinse it with like 3 litres of water. Yeah, 3 litres sparge, so there you go. And cleaning up the mess, of course, because it wouldn't be me if it didn't make a giant mess. Now that has to come up to boil, and that is a bag with a watermelon in it that I don't need to worry about. And so now I will squeeze the stuff and get the good bit into the pot, and still waiting for it to come to boil. So I'll enjoy something delicious. Okay, now it is boiling, so I'm setting that to boil for half an hour just to kill any bugs and get rid of the nasty, was it DMS or whatever? I don't know. Now, this I don't normally show. I'm cleaning my fermenter with 10 grams per litre of, what's that stuff called? Oh, I know this. It'll come to me later. And now I am sanitizing it with Star Sand, pardon me. Okay, these 4 hops are not the right ones. I could only get some of them. They're supposed to be cashmere, which I couldn't get, Azacca, Simcoe, and Dorado. I think I subbed in Amarillo and something else that I can't remember because the guy said that his had changed as well. Anyway, I'll put that in the notes. Maybe you could read it. I can't pause this right now, and I commentate over low quality things, so I've got no idea. But anyway, that is my 30-minute bit. So now all these hops go in for 30 minutes. Oh, and there was 25 grams of each, which is twice as much as we were given with the Cooper's kit when I got the recipe of the month pack. So I am not surprised, to be honest, that the recipe of the month was under on the hops. Now, anyway, I'm just getting my tin ready for... Oh, and some honey, which I'm here trying to find a platform for so it doesn't go completely underwater. There we go. Stick it on that. So that's going to make that nice and easy to pour out into the thing. Now 30 minutes has passed, so the lid comes off and this goes into a cold water bath in the sink where I just run the tap. I use the lid to protect it from drips, Although I sort of question whether that's necessary, given that I'm just going to fill it up from the tap again later. Again, my thermometer just monitors, and now I give it a stir to send all the hot stuff to the outside, and then I also sort of paddle the sink as best as I can. It seems to help. I don't know if it does, but anyway. What are we doing now? Emptying the sink. Oh, my spoon's dirty, so I'm just cleaning the spoon a bit. That gets a bit more sanitization. Don't normally show all that stuff, and people think that I skip those steps, so there you go. Proof that I actually do. Clean and sanitize. Now, I have to... This gets clogged up by hops pretty quickly, so especially with so many, so that just gets banged out. And then I repeat this process, I don't know, like 6 times or something, and finally this is probably the last one, because here at Fast Homebrew we don't like to dwell on the boring bits, so looks like I made a mess. That's par for the course, as I said earlier, and yep, we're all done. So that's all the main gear. No, that's just the grains and hops. Cleaning up again. Oh dear. Anyway, now I guess malt something. Honey's going in. I didn't dissolve the honey in water. I'm just putting it straight in here because I figure that's hot enough. Now my light malt, which conveniently came out of the thingy there, that's 500 grams of that, which I'm not going to bother to, the chunks don't matter. The yeasts will eat those. Now the kit, which is the Australian Pale Ale kit from Coopers, and this is actually a good base kit to use for lots of different recipes. And it's decent by itself. Alright, now I'm getting the last bit of goo out of the kit, so that'll get a stir and a bit of a scrape, and then into the fermenter. Right, clean, good, and that should help me dissolve those bits a bit more. Now finally, I do this, I don't see other people do this, so maybe it's the wrong thing to do, but I like to use these big blocks of ice that I'd normally whack in the freezer the night before, just to bring the temperature down. So those containers I usually sanitize and then just put tap water in. And now I'm filling the whole thing with tap water. So, it's at least the right temperature, because it does start very hot, especially when you're dealing with like 6 liters of boiling water for this one. Anyway, that's filled up to, what volume is it? I think 23, can't see, 23. And USO5 yeast going in. So, lid goes on. Are we done? We are done. Alright, well, Chris, I have to say, thank you very much for divulging your original recipe. I'll post exactly what you posted below, so that people can follow your instructions and not my idiot, arm-waving, frenetic, I don't know what you call it, style. Fast! It's fast! Fast! Thanks for watching. Bye.